capital of the Soviet Union, Moscow, United States. In the Canadian dressing room, players concentrating on the task at hand. This game and a victory could mean a silver medal for the Canadian team. Of course, it could also be the springboard to an eventual goal that could come with a win today and another triumph tomorrow over the Soviet Union. Again, back to the line. Turcotte gets it again. The Americans controlling it in the Canadian zone. Over to Turcotte. He takes a shot, gets it again, cuts right in front, flips the shot. At the side of the net, they jam away, they score!
Constant hard work by Darren Turcotte. We're going to see number 14s. Keep your eye on him. Now the shot is blocked. It's lost by the defenseman. Turcotte stays on it, moves to the net, throws a backhand. The puck is still there. He stays on it right over there, and the winger's stuffed.
Team Canada on the power play. Rob Brown flipping it at the net. He gets another opportunity, and Glickman makes the save. McBean with a shot right on the rebound. They score. Dan Curry pokes it in.
Well, there's a simple story. You ask the goaltender to make the first save. Jimmy Waite made the first save down at the other end, and Dan Curry's there for the rebound. Now, there's an interesting point. Now, take a look at all the action around here. Lots of action. There's the rebound. The one shot still doesn't go in. Second shot, it goes upstairs. Hey.
Shot and the save by Jimmy Waite. Off the stick of David Emma. In the corner, Kip Miller trying to get it back to the point. Intercepted by Team Canada. Here's an opportunity. Hawk it in across the line with Kennedy. Scores!
Wow, that is a great play of hard work. That's the kind of play that you show in hockey schools that you keep on the tape. Kennedy read that from his own zone. Hoggood got a chance to break. Now watch him go. Watch him fight with that pressure on him, and somebody draped all over him. Picked a low.
And Curry was tied up, and back comes Team USA, led by Mike Modano. Modano with a good move into the slot area. Shot, he scores! Well, that's why the scouts think so highly of Mike Modano, who plays with the Prince Albert Raiders. A nifty move at the Canadian blue line into the slot, and a high shot over the shoulder of Jimmy Waite.
We just see the end of this play. But where you really have to see it is the Jody Hull in their own end. Now watch it. He puts it upstairs. We see the end of this play.
Kennedy scoring for Canada, Miller and Modano for Team USA. That Kennedy goal set up by Greg Hoggood. A pretty play, and he's standing by now with Jerry Fogarty.
Thank you, Don Whitman. Greg Hoggood wears number 4 for Team Canada. Greg, you're one of the smaller players. How big?
5'9", about 185 pounds.
You're a solid 185.
Well, I guess so, yeah.
Where's home, Greg?
St. Albert, Alberta.
But you play your hockey.
In Kamloops. This is my 5th year in Kamloops.
So you'll be drafted, will you, coming up in the spring?
No, I've been drafted already in the 10th round by Boston Bruins.
I see. So your NHL future at the present time could be with the Boston Bruins then.
Well, hopefully. I've been to camp for 2 years in a row, and you know, they tell me they like what they see, but we'll have to see what happens.
Greg, this American team gave you plenty in that first period.
Well, we knew they'd be geared up. You know, they always like to try and beat the Canadians, and we came out, and I think, you know, we had the puck in their end for most of the period, but they had a few, you know, a few good plays on their part. They had a power play goal, and you know, you can't count them out at all.
You feel that they play more of the physical game, the game that you like? I know you like a rough, tough game, right?
Well, it's, you know, more North American style. There's a lot of college, and there's some junior players on their team, and, you know, everybody from our team's from junior, so we knew it'd be like a game back home, and we knew the bodies would be flying around, and it'd be more like a North American style game.
You know some of these players, or at least some of the members of the team, are familiar with the American players because they play junior in Canada?
Well, there's you know, Mike Modano who plays in Prince Albert, and there's Darren Turcotte plays in North Bay, and there's a few other guys, and you know, guys have seen him and played against him. You know, they have a very good, talented team, and you know, they can't be counted out by any note.
You feel you were ready for them in the first period?
Well, I think so. Like I said, I think we had to play in their end most of the time. Their goalie came up with a few big saves, and you know, they got a few good breaks, and they put their opportunities home.
You drew a lot of ice time. Your regular shift, you killed penalties, you're on the power play.
Well, this is my 2nd year on the team, and I'm used to playing a lot in Kamloops, so you know, lots of ice time for me is nothing new, and you know, I just try and do my best to help out the team.
Well, Coach Chambers has yourself and 3 other returnees from the team of last year. Do you think you're going to get more ice time? The players with more experience now are going to see more ice time in these games?
Well, I think, you know, we have 20 very good players, and I think that's the strength of our team. you know, we don't play 3 lines and 5 defense. We play all 4 lines, 6 defense, and both of our goalies are very talented. And I think if we win the tournament, that's what's going to help us win. You know, guys don't get tired. They go out there for 30, 40-second shifts, and they play well and come off the ice and let the other guys have their chance.
Always comes down to hard work, doesn't it, Greg?
Well, I think, you know, always the team with the most talent doesn't win. You know, if talent doesn't work hard always beats talent. So, you know, we just want to come out and play the best we can. And, you know, this is for a silver medal, so we got to come out in the next 2 periods and play hard.
Thank you, Greg Hawgood.
All right,
have a
thank
good
you.
game. Greg Hawgood of Team Canada.
Stolen by Fleury. Fleury in across the line. Takes the shot. He scores! Theoren Fleury with a nifty move. Just 12 seconds into the second period has put Team Canada in front 3-2. Ups it off for Mark Laniel. Laniel back to the other point. Joseph with a shot. He scores! Chris Joseph with a low blast along the ice. And it's jubilation time at that Canadian bench with a 3-goal lead.
Well, you'll notice that some of these goals
To play. And right now, let's join from CBC Radio, Jerry Fogarty and a special guest.
Jody Howell is a native of Cambridge, Ontario, but is a member of the Peterborough Petes of the Ontario Hockey League. And with a 3-goal period for Team Canada, Jody, you seem to own that one.
Yeah, we come out after the first period. We were a little shaky at the start. We weren't taking the body. They come out really hard at the first, and we're taking our body, and sort of got us off our game. But we regrouped in the second period here and come out and started skating. And once we can skate and take the body with any team here, I think we're capable of winning.
Pressure seemed to be a factor there, Jody. I mean, you seem to wear the American players down. They were sagging a bit toward the end of the period.
Yeah, like I said, they come out flying in the first, and whenever a team does that, usually their momentum starts to decrease as the game goes on, and we come out really slow, and we had lots of energy left, and we just come out here in the second period and put that extra pressure to them. We got one right off the bat, right off the face-off, and that really helped emotionally for our team, and just kept carrying out the rest of the period.
Was it difficult to put that tie with the Finns behind you to forget about it?
Yeah, we had to. This game's really important, both in the tournament and as a thing back in North America too. But the tie was just one of those things. Every team usually doesn't go through the tournament without a loss or a tie or that. But the tie was just like a victory for us. It still kept us in the out of the loss column, and that'll help going into tomorrow's game also.
Well, in a sense, it's been said that this game is for the silver medal, but then again, there's a danger there to think that Canada would have the silver locked up with a victory here today.
Yeah, but we got one game left that's really important, and that's against the Soviets. Everyone knows that, but if we can win today, everyone figures we got the silver wrapped up with our last 2 games against the Germans and Poland.
But really, it's beating the Soviets. That's what you came here to do, and it's still the objective.
Yeah, first is beating the States here this afternoon, and then taking it to the Soviets tomorrow.
All right, thank you, Jody Howell. Continued good luck to you.
Thanks.
Jody Howell of the Peterborough Petes. Now back to Don.
A late tripping call assessed against the Canadian player. Team USA trying to get back into the game, and they could do it with a goal quickly on this power play opportunity, and they do. Miller with his second goal of the game as he broke in on the right side and took that feed, and it's 5-3.
Wow, it was control.
It gains control, then loses it again. Roenick at the side, and they score! 5-4. A perfect feed from Roenick cross ice. And Team USA is right back in it. I think it was Donato who pulled the trigger as Canada had possession but couldn't clear against Roenick.
Absolutely clear possession of the puck and held onto it instead of getting rid of it. And he delivers it on a one-timer right up in the upper corner.
Team Canada fired the length of the ice wide of the USA goal, but that should do it. And that is the hockey game. Canada winning a heart-stopper by a score of 5-4 as the Canadian team appeared to be home free after 40 minutes in front by a 5-2 margin, but then a quick goal just 16 seconds into the third period got the Americans back into it, and they moved within 1 goal and had pressure on Team Canada over the final few minutes.
Well, I'll tell you, you know what Casey Stengel says, and look at Team Canada's coach. He said, thank God it's over. We hung in there, and that's that simple.
Team Canada remains undefeated with a 5-4 win over the United States, and we'll be back to continue our coverage from the World Junior Championships in Moscow right after this.
For those who don't know,
as the two teams exchange handshakes, and Dave Chambers, the head coach of Team Canada, is standing by now and ready to chat with Jerry Fogarty of CBC Radio, and I'm sure he is a much relieved Dave Chambers as a result of this 5-4 victory, a victory that must have made him a little nervous in the final stages of the period when it looked as though the Canadian team was home free after just 40 minutes. So Dave Chambers has moved into position with Jerry Fogarty as the two teams leave the ice. Let's go down there now.
Well, Dave Chambers, how many years did you age during the last 20 or 30 minutes?
Well, obviously, the way we were playing, they scored the 2 power play goals against us to make it 5-4. We wanted to come out in the third period and prevent them from scoring on that first power play, but they scored within 12 seconds to narrow the gap and give them the life, and then they scored another power play. When we were full strength, we were doing fine, but we were very fortunate near the end there.
Did you win? We're playing only one period, Dave?
Well, we certainly going to have to play much better tomorrow night against the Soviets. There's no question about that. We played a good second period, and I think that's a pretty good analysis of what happened. We worked and played hard in the second, and we let down. We weren't working the corners as well. But you know, the basic thing is we won the game, but now we got to regroup, and we can't say we played great. We've got to go back into that dressing room and play it much harder for tomorrow.
You got to come up with your best game of the tournament tomorrow.
We're going to have to play much better than we did today, and I guess we'll have to sort that out. We'll have a team meeting and see if we can get the intensity back in there. But we were fortunate, and as we wanted to come out and dominate the third period, it didn't happen.
Well, any changes? Rob Brown was nursing an injury. How is he?
Yeah, Rob, he's got a couple of injuries, so we're not sure about him for tomorrow. But you know, we'd like to go with the 4 lines, but we may have to come back to 3 tomorrow. So we'll have to see how our injuries are. And of course, the Soviets are playing very well, undefeated, and we're in their rig, so it's going to have to be a big effort tomorrow.
There'll be many watching and back in Canada. Thank you, Dave Chambers. Now back to Don and Sherry.